Okay, 18-10, good luck. So we've not played before, there's no head-to-head score there. 700 games for my opponent in Rapid, so we've got a D4 game this one. London style, what do we want to do? Yeah, let's just go D5. I don't want complete symmetry, but I think I'm going to play it this way this time. I don't normally, just for some variety's sake, really. Develop. Just get castled. How do I want to do this? Should I just play knight up? It's normal to do this and then knight up and knight back. That's kind of all normal. I just don't know if I want to do that. Actually, I'm going to play this knight back so I can maybe throw an early f6 in. Just for a little bit of variety for myself, just because it's not a line I normally play. Could be a bad line, of course. Could be. It's a good job I've done it actually now, isn't it? Although I could take here. If I take and you go with the pawn, then my bishop's probably getting trapped. So if I take with the bishop, you go with the pawn. Or do I just do an early f6? f6, if you take here, if you push, I can go here, right? What if you push this one? f6 takes, you push g5. You're then going to crash through. That's awkward to stop. So I'm looking at bishop takes. If you take, I can take and the pawn's here. Then I can go f6. It feels better. I'm going to take there first. Okay, now I think I can do f6 or f5. So I'm going to go f6 so the bishop's got a path back. If bishop up, maybe I can actually go forward, but that feels a little bit much. This is where the elite players make it look easy because they have an awful lot more opening theory in their brains. What they've studied with the engines, where obviously a lot of these lines I've just not studied them properly. But it feels perfectly playable. This doesn't mean it is, but it feels it. If you take, I've got knight, queen, or rook I can take with even the pawn potentially. Okay, I guess that just pushes me back. So now I've still got two options to take with, so does it matter? Does it matter? It does, but well, maybe it does. I don't think I should go with the pawn. That feels like a mistake. I'm going to go with the knight, although it means I'm delaying a pawn push. So take. Feels wrong, doesn't it? Feels wrong. Oh, mind you, if I drop back, can you just do this anyway? Take, bishop takes. Bit of a gambit, but I think I'm kind of committed now. Maybe I can get away with dropping back, but I'm probably going to take. I think that's what he's going to play, and I'm just wondering whether to sack here. Well, he's lining up a real aggressive sack, so I'm going to go here to try and cut this diagonal down, and if he sacks straight away, he's got this and I can just drop back, I think. But I'm also challenging this at the same time, so he could take potentially. Take, check. I guess we could even take, but the queen comes in, so that's no good. So we drop back, you take, and maybe I just capture back, and I'm still attacking the bishop. But if he doesn't do it now, I'm threatening e4. Again, very sharp game, very easy to go wrong. You just need one missed move and the game is over. So if this is something my opponent has actually studied and I haven't, this is where I could be just walking down a very bad line here. And he's played it pretty quickly, hasn't he? I'm a minute down on the clock. He's kind of committed now, though. If he drops the bishop back, he could lose a pawn, but he might want to lose the pawn to open the file up for later down the line. Here, the bishop back, queen takes. It's very, very risky. Very double-edged. How many games did I say my opponent has in Rapid? 700 games. 1900 in bullet, as you can see. So decent player, very good. Yeah, that must be what he's looking at, sacking on h7. I don't see any other reason why I'd be taking this long. I think I take back with the king, allow g6, drop the king back, and then take on f7 and hope I'm surviving, but it's very, very risky, isn't it? He might sack both bishops here. He might go for both of them, just to try and activate the queen very, very rapidly. So if he goes for it, I'll have to take a little bit of time, not just pre-move to take back. Yeah, he has gone for it. So take, you're going to check, and I'm going to come back, but I could actually come on the dark square. I need to take, and I could go here or here. Now here gives me a square further away to run to. He'll have to go for this now. No, I definitely don't take, because I go here, and the queen's clattering through. So it's which square do I go on? If I go here, and you take, and I take with a rook, if you push, I think I can push this pawn on. It's whether I can gamble and take the bishop. So I'm going to go here just to get out of this firing line. Now he might actually push on straight away and sack the bishop. He might do that. But if he pushes now, I think I'm okay to take. And then I'm covering the queen check. Sorry, the queen infiltration. But it's very, very sharp, isn't it? Here, I think I take with the rook. And I'm still threatening the bishop. It's whether you just ignore that and you push on, or develop the queen. Very, very sharp stuff. But that's the fun of chess. You don't want every game to be the same. But this is where the top players would have all this in their brains. They would have studied it all for move after move after move, and they would know exactly what they're doing here. But obviously I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah, he has indeed pushed along. Now, I think my candidate move is to take this pawn, not to take the bishop. So I think I cover this queen move, but not this one. So if I take queen down, maybe a move like queen up. Oh, hold on. Take queen down. I'm hitting the bishop twice, but I think I just take and queen up. If you take, I'm okay to go here. If you push, I go behind. I think I have to take this, I think. If you take here, it's whether I take back, probably, but it allows a check, doesn't it? So I'm looking at just going for a sack. Ah, I can't do that because you've got an immediate rook check. So it might be worth taking the bishop and then take back. If I do this, you've got a bishop check. So I'm going to take and then take back, I think, but maybe I go with the knight to cover this as well. Yeah, I can take with a knight and it supports my bishop. It supports this. And what's he going to do? I'm doing that to protect the... I'm going to use these two pieces as giant pawns, I think. But he's still got to worry about his own king's safety. If he takes back, I can start getting checks myself. If he doesn't, I'm threatening to take and open his own king's position up. It's just whether I can run away. He doesn't have that in one move. He does that in one move, but say we can maybe take, we can get queen up. You've got a cross, king up, there's options. But I'm up a couple of minutes on the clock now, so I need to use my time now. And where's that white king going to go to? Can we turn defense into attack? Oh, can he get away with that? Obviously, I don't take there and give up my queen, but what about a move like queen up? The knight's going here, I'm assuming, but can I get away with even take here? That might be what he wants, simply, actually, to play knight there to hit the pawn. Take, knight here. I think I'm okay to go here. I think I am. I'm going to do it to try and keep that little bit of time on the clock. I'm threatening to really open the king's position up if he's got another idea in mind. Then knight up, sorry, knight up here, or c6 to solidify the pawn, but I really need to get my queen and rook into the game. But knight up does threaten the pawn, but c6, natural move, but then I'm a bit slow with development still. Queen takes, I take back, and I don't see any tactics. I think that's not risking this move. But this is the sort of idea he wants. But obviously right now it's not on. Yeah, but I've got a couple of minutes on the clock now. So he has indeed played queen up, so there's a serious threat, but I guess I do this king up. I don't actually have this now, and he's got this, hasn't he? But I can go here, surely. A knight here first. Or bishop back, or knight across. Knight across. I'm going to take the pawn. Now, can I play knight up to stop this? Knight up. If rook takes, I think king takes. I can't do this. I can't take there. Here to attack the queen. If you check, that's my only legal move. But have you actually got a follow-up? If you check, I go back here. Ah, you would check here. That's risky, isn't it? But knight up allows this. So I'm looking at knight here first. I'm going to play knight there to close this down. Bishop's loose now. But I think queen up if he plays something like this. And then try and get my knight up. Obviously his knight's hanging as well right now. But I don't want to allow a move like this with my king here. I don't see how I triangulate against this king though. I might have made a mistake there, I don't know. Knight up might have been the better move. I'll find out after the game. Very, very sharp, isn't it? Very sharp. Knight down actually could be a bit of a problem, but can I do this? Oh, rook down. Now that's a move I kind of overlooked a bit. Can I play queen here? Or knight here now? But this is loose, isn't it? So if I play queen up, I still guard my pawn. And I'm threatening a check of my own. Ah, that might be a move. Queen up, I hit the rook and I threaten a deadly check. Ah, is it deadly though? Here. I'm going to do it. I'm going to hit the rook, guard my bishop and threaten a check. But maybe king up and you're fine. Maybe there isn't a follow-up. Maybe. Yeah, it looks like I'm very close to a queen or winning a rook, but the king here might be a good move because I can't get this rook in one move. But I'm guarding this. Knight across, check, up. Ooh, it's risky. Actually, oh, he's gone for the take. Okay. So he might be looking at this idea. But then he has to still watch this. So can I just step forward? I think I can. So here, knight in, check, up. I'm assuming I go here. If I block... Actually, if I block, what do you do? Now, you're going to get this anyway, aren't you? Let's go forward. Knight here. What on earth do I do? This right now might win my rook, but I've got queen across, haven't I, actually? Yeah. If he takes, and maybe I've got queen over, but it's really sharp, this. And again, I don't think I can make this work. I don't think I can promote. I don't think I can. But I'm one move off being very good. If I get knight in, if he plays a holding move, then I think I'm much better. So he's thrown the check in, but now surely I just play knight across. I cover this check. He doesn't have this now. Knight in, I've still got this. Oh, he just grabbed the pawn, but surely I'm better now. Knight in. I think I just go here to deal with that and I activate my rook. I might be wrong, but I think I'm winning now. I think I am. I'm just a clean knight up now. I've covered this. And now surely a move like rook across, and it's deadly, is it not? What does he do? If he starts running, just check trade the queen and that should be over. I think that's a very strong threat now. If you move here, I can just check. I mean, maybe you can go here. But I think I just take, knight check and win the game. So queen across. So if I go here, you can go there. Surely I just trade and that should be good enough now. I think I'm through the worst of it now. Yeah, let's go here, hit the pawn. Really, really tricky game, and see, it's not over till it's actually over. Okay, so he's threatening a discovery here, but I think I just grabbed the pawn. Yeah, again, there's no knight check. So now I can go here. No, let's not go there. Let's centralize the knight. I've got a check threat. And importantly, I've got that bit of time on the clock. So knight back must be good here to challenge this knight. But I can throw a check in, right? Yeah, let's throw a check in. If he comes forward, I've got another check. Okay, he's gone back. So I'll throw a check in and start getting active. And I've got another one. Although that does allow this, so... But check. I'm going to hit the knight first there to try and stop him going here. And then maybe throw a check in and go after the pawn. Okay, so he's covered the pawn. I think I'll still go in with a check. Drive him back. Oh, is there a nice trick here? Almost. I'm threatening to take and then check. That's why I've gone here. Threatening this as well. Oh, he's actually allowed it. Oh, I've got this as well, but I can just take and then check. Okay, that's a very good win. Interesting game.